Hey y'all, I was still kind of rolling a little bit, so I said let me go ahead and chop it up one more again. Just want to remind you of something that you already know, but you might not be doing. Make sure you are keeping yourself happy. Y'all remember that song? 'Cause I'm happy, clap along if you happy. 'Cause I'm happy. Anyway, I find that so many people really don't have lives. And I'm like, y'all just go to work and come home? Again, if that's your thing, and let's not lie, then more power to you. Yes, rest is good. Slowing down is good. Taking a breather is good. But we ain't talking about this in this video. I'm talking about, are you doing what's necessary to keep you happy? What do you love to do? What do you like to do? What inspires you? What pushes you? And I'm not talking about push you in your career. I'm talking about, when's the last time you just did what you wanted to make you happy? If it's traveling, ask yourself when the last time you traveled. If it's reading a book, ask yourself when the last time you read. If it's coloring, ask yourself when the last time you went to the store and bought some crayons and a coloring book. If it's painting, if it's music, if it's art, if it's playing cards, if it's exercising, running, playing a sport, right? Laughing, going to a comedy show. It don't matter. Different things make different people happy. And I can't even list them all. It's so many things. Is it pottery, planting, right? Not the stuff that's like, being with my kids make me happy. Okay, you're going to do that anyway. But truly, when's the last time you did something that makes you happy that doesn't necessarily link to another person's happiness? Y'all, we got to live life. We say these cliche sayings. We only got one life to live. By the way, we in the car. We only got one life to live. We not having these moments where we have a funeral and everybody want to band together. It was so funny. Something tragic happened to my family, and people was like, we shouldn't only talk when this happens. All of that. Child, I ain't talked to none of them people since. We're not talking about that. I'm not trying to come together because of tragedy, or I'm not trying to focus on what I want to do with my life, and all of a sudden I have this light bulb come on about life because of tragedy or da-da-da-da. You should be trying to find a way to make yourself happy. If you can't do it once a week, depending on what it is, because obviously the average person probably can't travel once a week, right? But put a healthy timeline in place. Okay, in the next 90 days, can I squeeze a trip in? Can I squeeze a massage in? Whatever it may be. If you want to just go out and smell the roses, go buy yourself some flowers. But we just get so caught up in the woes of life to where we don't even do the little things anymore. We don't even do the major things anymore. We're not intentional about our lives, who's in our lives, what we're doing with our lives. We're so caught up with money, relationships that's not working, or trying to get married, trying to have babies because your clock is ticking. Okay, trying to figure out this, how to start this business, how to get your money up, all of this stuff. And you still not happy. You may get some money, or you may have something nice or good happen to you, but you know what? That's gonna run out. Then what you gonna do? You only happy when something happens? Or do you have this healthy routine of investing in yourself? When's the last time you laughed and had a good laugh? When's the last time you cried and had a good cry? When is the last time you realized my life is balanced? And of course, we're not talking about it's going to be balanced 365 days of the year, 24/7. No. But I talked to so many people, and what I found is one of the the main common denominators is people do not invest in themselves. And so describe your life to me. They'll say, well, I could pretty much sum it up. I just, go to work, come home, get the kids ready, or I just go to school, do this. It's like, it's the same thing. And I'm thinking, How are you reviving your life? Ask yourself, are you living or are you existing? When you're living, that's going to look different versus when you're existing. When you're existing, it's just like, it's just here. Like these light poles that control traffic, they're here to just exist, to control traffic. But see, if they were living, hypothetically, you would see them do other things. Some of us get so caught up in life to where we just existing. Okay, we know that. We're going to get up. We're going to go to church on Sunday. We're going to come home. We're going to cook. When is the last time you did something impromptu? Like, hey, y'all thought we was going to go home after church? Nope. Hey, before we go to church, everybody pack a bag. It don't matter if you go stay, if you do a staycation and go stay at a good hotel downtown. Save your little coin. Create things. You may not always can travel out of town. That's okay. Save your coin. Go to a nice hotel downtown where they serve food, right? They got a nice pool, jacuzzi. It may have a spa there. And tell everybody, pack a bag. Where we going? We going here. What? Right after church. And we just gonna have room service. We gonna bring board games. These are just examples. But whatever it is you like to do. You know what I like to do? I like to go to the library and just walk around and just look at the different books because I love to read. But there's times where I'll realize it's been a while since I read. And then when I realize that, I'm like, I need to go get a book. And once I start getting back into the reading, I'll be like, man, I love this. This makes me feel so good. I love to eat, not because I have to eat to survive, if you will, but I love to try, when I realize I kind of been eating the same foods, or I'll kind of say, you know what, I'm just going to go try a random restaurant and I'm going to try something different, try something new. Let me see what else is out here. I'm not going to keep kind of going to the same places. I kind of realized the last couple of weeks I've been doing it. Let me switch it up, right? And that brings me joy. That brings me joy. It brings me fulfillment. That's what I like. I like to rate the experience. Okay, 1 through 10. My son will tell you, when we go out, I say, no matter who I'm out with, rate your experience, food, ambiance, overall, customer service. I just like that. It creates conversation. It's just what I like. Find what you like. Don't get just so complacent with life, because we don't realize that breeds frustration. It breeds how we respond to people. It breeds the way that we think. When I say breeds, let me change my words. It plays a role in our frustration. It plays a role in our happiness. It plays a role in our actions to ourselves, towards others. It plays a role in so many different areas. You may not even realize. You think you frustrated about one thing, but really you just frustrated because you need a break. You need to breathe. You need to just do something. And it also could be the opposite, to where you may be doing too much and you may need to slow down. But you may be realizing, like, why am I so lethargic, and why am I so kind of snappy? Why do I kind of just feel like, man, life just kind of seems like I'm just going through this circle. Maybe you need to just either pause to slow down, or unpause, press play, and do something. Then you're going to realize, oh, I just needed a moment to slow down, or I needed a moment to press play. Is that making sense? But we don't think about that kind of stuff. When you're not happy, this is one thing that I learned. I was talking to a male, and I've heard several males say this, even when I counsel them. They'll say things like, when a man's money is being messed with, it's going to change a lot about his demeanor, his attitude, his emotions. Now, as a woman, I can kind of identify, but just having different men explain that to me, they're a little bit more irritable. Again, they're not purposely always trying to do this, but when they were explaining that, I'm like, that actually makes sense. But to the woman, she think, well, it's okay, you got laid off, you'll get another job, it's okay. And he like, I know, okay, all that ain't helping me. I'm still frustrated. Why? Because I'm a provider, or I'm this, or I'm that. And I was like, you know what? That makes sense. It's no different than when you're not feeling good. Your action and your demeanor changes. So just because we can link certain things that make it obvious, like, okay, if I'm sick, I'm obviously irritable. I'm obviously probably not going to be as talkative. But what about those underlining things that you don't even realize that's affecting your happiness? That's affecting the way that you communicate. That's affecting how you show love, how you receive love, right? But we're not thinking about that. We're not thinking about, man, who would have thought that just going for a jog would bring a little bit of energy back into me? But instead, you coming home the same way. Hey, honey, hey, how was work? Work was good. How was work for you? Good. Okay. And now you getting into this, pardon me, you're getting into this boring routine. Because that's when sometimes you hear couples say, man, we don't have that spark. We don't have that this. Well, yeah, because in the beginning, you were exploring, you were getting to know one another, you were active. And again, we're not saying that you're going to be this way all the time. Life happens, but don't be unintentional about that. Be intentional about the things that you're doing in your life and who you're doing it with. But just do an assessment. When is the last time I and it's going to look different for everybody. But don't mistreat yourself, but treat yourself. I love y'all. We'll talk soon.